Hello and welcome back to Mario Kart DS, where last time we played through the Flower Cup on 150cc, and today we'll be playing through the Star Cup on 150cc. We're going to be using Peach in the Royal car, and we're going to start the Star Cup consisting of DK Pass, Tick-Tock Clock, Mario Circuit, and Airship Fortress. Let's get this show on the road. Hopefully this will be similar to DK Summit from Mario Kart Wii. Also, let's actually do the Turbo Start this time. There we go. Look at that. I did the Turbo Start. Are you proud of me? I finally did it. Okay, also, you may notice that I actually have the Star Cup unlocked this episode, whereas I didn't have it last time because I was not aware that you need, well, I guess I should have surmised, but you need to finish in the you need to win the Mushroom and Flower Cup, you know, in order to unlock the Star Cup. And I didn't technically win, because I saw between episodes, I won the Flower Cup in the episode, but I didn't win the Mushroom Cup, so I went back to go do that off camera. And I didn't even technically win, I tied, but the game's generous enough that whenever you tie, it just gives you the victory anyway, so that was very kind of you, game. Probably didn't deserve it, but he gave it to me anyway. But yeah, there's that. So, there, oh, you can take that Spiny Shell, friend. You are more than welcome to take that. Yeah, I played through that, and now, playing through a new course, and already this, I'm big fan of DK Pass, definitely giving strong DK Summit vibes, obviously, you know, DK Summit, DK Pass, Snowy Wonderland, right up my alley. Next to beach environments, I mentioned this in the previous episode, beach environments are up there in terms of my favorite sort of atmospheres in games. Snowy Winter Wonderlands, right up there next to them. Big fan of this sort of atmosphere. Anyway, I guess I can talk about something today. So, for those of you who may not be aware, it was recently announced that for the first time in what feels like forever, it's probably been, I don't know the exact, I was going to say a memeable year, like I was going to say it's been 50 years since this happened, but then someone in the comments would probably be like, well, it technically hasn't been around for 50 years, it's only been around for like 20 or whatever, and then I'd just be like, congratulations, you failed to understand hyperbole. But for it feels like forever, for what feels like the first time in forever, Call of Duty is skipping a year. I know, I was surprised too. But they will not be, well, actually, I don't know the specifics. I don't know if it's this year they're skipping or the next year they're skipping. But they're going a year without Call of Duty for the first time in forever, because for those of you who don't know, Call of Duty is a franchise that is infamous for being the Transformers of the video game industry, in that they just, churn out the same schlop, the same mindless, brainless slop every year. And I know Transformers isn't a yearly release, but I mean in terms of the brain power required to play it. There's no thought process whatever that goes into playing Call of Duty. It's just the same brainless, mind-numbing, run-and-gun, strategic-less gameplay that has plagued the industry since its inception, really. So, and I'm sure part of that it's just become so stagnant and has refused to evolve in any meaningful way. And yes, they've added super exo moves and advanced mobility and stuff like that. But the problem with that is that, yes, you may be able to boost or whatever, but fundamentally it's still the same core brain-dead gameplay that Call of Duty has always had and probably always will. However, the fact that taking a year off could be good, and I'll talk about that next race. So, to be completely candid, I will not be playing well, I don't plan on ever playing Call of Duty game ever again for the rest of my life, to be perfectly blunt. I don't plan on ever buying one, nor do I ever plan on booting up one of the ones I already own, just for nostalgia's sake. That's because I have made memories playing some of the earlier games with friends, but I've also made memories playing other games with friends, and I don't need to waste my time playing a terrible video game to relive some of those memories when I can play good games instead. So, there's that. Call of Duty sucks. So I will not be playing the new one when it eventually comes out, because I just despise the core gameplay loop. However, it is only to the franchise's benefit that it is finally taking a year off, because as I said, the franchise has just become completely stagnant. It refuses to evolve. It just consists of, the campaign design has always been crap, the storytelling has been atrocious and just completely forgettable. The actual gameplay of the campaigns has consistently been just thoughtless in enemy placement and AI. It's either, there's two modes to the campaign. It's either you run around mindlessly shooting enemies with no tactical thought or decision making whatsoever, or you're pinned down in one position and have to pick off the enemies one by one, at a brain dead, mind numbing pace. Oh dear God, I almost fell off the edge there. Because there's no dynamic AI, like they don't try to flank you, they don't try to do anything, they literally just sit there and let you shoot them. So when there's a million of them bearing down upon you, you can't do anything interesting, you just have to sit there and meticulously pick them off one at a time. So And then the campaign are just as multiplayers are just as bad, because at that point you are quite literally just running and gunning, and because the time to kill is so immensely low, it's just a matter of whoever sees who first wins. So I hate Call of Duty. I've made that crystal clear. The fact that it has continued to sell year after year has astonished me, because it just has got with each passing year it's gotten worse and worse and worse. But, so I'm saying that because, even though I despise the franchise and will never play another Call of Duty game again ever in my life, the fact that they are finally taking a year off is fantastic, and I sincerely hope for the people that do love the games, for some reason, find it to be amazing and that it breathes new life into the series. I genuinely hope for everyone who actually cares about Call of Duty that happens, because the franchise has needed something like this for a long time, and I'm glad it's finally getting it. It's needed to take a year off to reevaluate itself for quite some time now. Obviously, it's not all it needs to be done, because the wider topic to discuss here is how it relates to the Microsoft the Microsoft acquisition of Activision and Blizzard, which is that obviously my immediate thought is, oh, so because they don't have to worry about pissing off shareholders, because obviously the main reason why it gets crapped out every year is because they know people are going to buy it, no matter how awful the game is. It's Call of Duty, so people are going to eat it up, they're going to eat up the schlop, and every single year it's going to keep making the money they need it to make, even if the developers know that what they're making is subpar and garbage every single year, and it gets worse and worse. It doesn't really matter, not because they don't care. I don't want to say the developers don't care, because I'm sure there are people working on Call of Duty who have great ideas for how to evolve it and how to make it not terrible. I'm sure that they'd love to execute on them, but they were just under the thumb of horrible management and a horrible publisher with horrible employees that forced them to keep it coming every year. And because of that, they couldn't risk pissing off the shareholders, because obviously they have to. All the shareholders are interested in is, well, it doesn't matter how bad or good it is, you just gotta crap it out. It's just kind of like Free Guy. Doesn't matter how good or bad the game ends up being, you gotta get it out in time to appease the shareholders and get those Christmas sales in. You gotta get those pre-order numbers up and stuff like that. But now that they're under Microsoft, I'm guessing they don't have to worry about that anymore. They don't have to worry about pissing off shareholders, and so they can finally take a year to breathe. Either that, or they were directly told, hey, your game sucks. For the love of God, please take a year off and fix it so that we can, because optically it looks amazing. Because everyone knows, even I'm pretty sure even people that think Call of Duty is like the best game in the world are like, yeah, it's gotten stale, and then it needs to be. Well, I'm sure there's some people who don't think it's gotten stale and then probably think it's getting better and better every year for some stupid reason, but for the overall, most people are on board with the fact that it's become stagnant and needs to evolve and needs to change. It needs to do something to revitalize itself. So, optically, I don't think there's many people that are going to look at the news that, hey, Call of Duty's been pushed back a year for the first time in forever, that are going to see the news and go, oh man, come on, I was really looking forward to it. It's like, yeah, you're not missing much. You're not, if it came out this year or next year, whenever it was originally going to release, like it had every other year, you would have missed nothing. It would have been the same recycled garbage from the previous year, and you would have gotten absolutely nothing new that was meaningful out of it. But, so yeah, it's because it's not. I'll talk about it in the next race. It's not like you're getting anything new. It's not like there's some new revolutionary new story to be told. And even if there was, I'm pretty sure 99% of people who play Call of Duty aren't even interested in the campaigns, which is unfortunate because I'm more of an advocate for single-player games in general. That's my bread and butter in terms of the games I like to play is almost entirely single-player, and really the only multiplayer game I even play is Halo, with the sole exception of occasionally I'll boot up Mario Kart, mainly to play with viewers nowadays, but that's a rare exception to that rule. So, yeah, it's unfortunate that that's the case, but that is mostly the case. So you're not really getting anything new with a new Call of Duty game, except you get a new coat of paint and just reskinned weapons and reskinned everything, and probably servers and gameplay functions that are less mechanically functional than they were previously. So there's that, I suppose. But yeah, what I mean when I say this is that it was optically it looks great. To push it back and finally say we're taking a year to reevaluate the series and make it even better for the next year, that looks great. Even though I'll still never buy it because I just hate the franchise, it looks great optically to do that, and I'm happy that they're finally taking the chance to do it. Because I'm sure for developers on the team, it's like a breath of fresh air to be like, oh, finally we don't have to crap this out every single year. Also, I just lost the race, I'm pretty sure, because I slammed into that corner. Oops. But, you know, it's like we can finally do what we want to do to evolve it meaningfully into the future. So, I'm happy for them. I hope it, honestly, I hope it turns out great. Because, God, Vanguard, I mean, Vanguard is obviously the most prevalent thing. Because, man, Battlefield 2042 and Call of Duty did not fare well last year. I mean, Halo would have demolished them anyway, because Halo 1 is just out of this world. But it didn't really have that great competition, to be fair. It's like, it's almost unfair to compare Halo to the other ones because it leaps and bounds ahead of them. Because Battlefield 2042 is literally a broken disaster of a game where nothing functions properly. And the fact that they've tried to blame Halo, they said that if Vanguard was their only competition, that no one would have noticed the issues or it wouldn't have gone over as badly. It's like, okay, alright, buddy. So, regardless of whether or not Halo... Because people were criticizing Battlefield 2042 when the beta came out and when the game came out. Long before Infinite's multiplayer came out. So, don't know where you're getting that idea from. But even if we lived in a dimension where they released in coalescence with one another, it still wouldn't matter, because in a vacuum, Battlefield 2042 still doesn't function properly. It wouldn't really matter if Halo existed or not. People were going to notice that anyway. But it's just funny to see. Anyway, in conclusion, I hate Call of Duty, I'll never play it, but I'm happy that the developers are finally getting the chance to take a year and kind of reevaluate what they want to do with the series moving forward, so thumbs up for me. Anyway, we're going to leave things here. We finished first, which means we're going to unlock a special cup, which is good, because I was not looking to, I wasn't looking forward to replaying it, not because I didn't like the cup, because I did, actually. That might be, what is my favorite cup? I'm not sure, because I really like DK Pass. TikTok Clock is a classic. Mario Circuit was fine. Airship Fortress, now that one, this one was really cool. I'm a big fan of this one. Would it be my favorite cup, though? I'm not sure. Flower Cup was awesome. Flower Cup, it's gonna be, I think it's between the Flower Cup and Star Cup so far is one of my favorites. But I'll reevaluate. I'm gonna wait till I do all the cups to give my final thoughts on what my favorite one's gonna be. But I was a big fan of this one so far. Alright, that'll be it for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time. We'll catch you all tomorrow for some more Mario Kart DS. Goodbye.